I always say this, like we don't fall in love with no company, but returns matter the most. So since we tracked this since 1984, the market has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So watch this. That is almost 40 years, right? So in essence, the market in every 10-year time span usually has 2 negative years. Essentially, almost. So let's look. From 84 to 93, 1990 minus 3.1%. 94 to 2003, 2000, 2001, 2002, 3 years. -9, -11, -22. All right. 2004 to 2013, 2008 had -37%. 2014 to 2023, and we can say right now, but we're 23, at 2018, -4.4%, which was pandemic. Was that the pandemic? That's like the end of it, right? No, or did it start it started in 19? Started in 2020. All right, so 2022, we had a negative year, because even through the pandemic, we had a rush. Now watch this. Let me make this make sense. So it says, on average, the S&P has gained 11.2% annually. That means if you add it all together, annualized, would be about 11%. Now you see why I use the VOO as my savings account. That makes sense. Instead of putting my money in a bank to save, this is why I use the VOO as my savings account. Just imagine, and I started this like 2017. So just imagine 2017, I got 21%. 2018, I got -4%. So that means I still was up about 17%. 2019, I got 31%, so I got that 4% back plus something. 2020, I got 18%. 2021, I got 28%. 22, I minus 18%. And 2023, I got 26%. My money grew more over those years than I would have had just sitting it in the bank. And that's not counting the dividends that's reinvested that buy me more shares of the VOO. And right now it's giving me 12%. Might end the year out with maybe 14%, maybe 10%, still better than I would have got in the bank. I started that in 2017. And because it's a savings account, I'm not thinking about taking it out. I use it as a savings account. I don't touch it. I'm okay. Here's the dope part about that. Let's say you put some money in a savings account for your bank, and let's say you put $10,000 in there, and you need $3,000. Well, now you got $7,000. How do you get that $3,000 back? You got to put more money back in there. Let's say I got $3,000 in here, $10,000 in there. I take $3,000 out. I sell shares to get the $3,000. Yes, I will be taxed on it. But watch this. Even if I don't put no more money back in, it'll work its way back up to $10,000. Just by appreciation and reinvested dividends. If I took 3,000 out, I would have 7,000 in. but just by reinvesting the dividends and price appreciation, I would get back that 10,000. I would get back to 10,000. Now, if I took 3,000 from the 7,000 will actually depreciate in the bank. Hold up, was it?
That boy is good.
Mm-hmm. Come on now. I'm just talking about moving some furniture around, Jose. We just talking about moving some furniture around and getting your financial house in order. That's all. Now, I'm not talking about using it as a savings account. Every time something go wrong, I got to go in there and get it. I'm saying really putting it there. And here's another thing I love about doing that. Real talk. When you see your money growing, it's really, you really won't touch it. You're like, oh, that thing growing. I'm not touching that. Whereas in the bank, you be like, it ain't doing nothing anyway. I might as well spend it. But what you got to go through to get it out? I got to go through my account. I got to sell it. Once I sell it, I then got to wait for it to settle, then withdraw it from the brokerage to the bank. Then I got to go to the bank to get it. Use it out. Maybe like, bro, it ain't that quick. Whereas your savings account in the bank, you just hit the card, you tell them it's credit or save, you transfer it over. You go hit, I need some money, come to you. Got to move some furniture around, fam. All right, let's go a little further. I ain't gonna stay on that too long. But watch this. The NASDAQ, on average, has returned 13.7% since 1984. 85, look, 80, from 85 to 1994, 1990, 10%. From 95 to 2004, 2021, 2020, 2022, you had 36, 32. Woo. Here's what you understand. When the market fall, tech goes with it. Fast. You know why? Because when the market is falling, people get out of growth and look for value. Write this down. Growth is expensive in a falling market. Growth is expensive in a falling market. Or B, make sure them two clips we teach them on a regular channel. Growth is expensive in a falling market. All right. 2005 to 2014, you had 2008 minus 41%. From 2015 to 2024, you had 2022 was down 33%, and you had 2018, it was down 1%. In 2022, we started trapping Tuesdays, and guess what, y'all? We beat the market. We was up 16%. And we showed it. It's documented. Recession portfolio. It's documented, huh, Jose? It's documented. Let's go a little further. Here's how it looked over the last month. The Dow Jones, minus 0.07%. The S&P, 3%. The NASDAQ, up 4% in the last 30 days, being driven by NVIDIA.